The Wolverines will kick this deep to get us going. Kick bounces out of the back of the end. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
1st and 10 play coming up. And he'll set up to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. So we got the Big Ten versus the Big 12, two conferences that have been reshaped dramatically in recent years, Kurt. Always interesting to have these two leagues collide. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, in the Big Ten and the Big 12, they don't have a ton of history together, but they do have some history in recent years. Remember Ohio State and Oklahoma, kind of home and home. Ohio State beat Oklahoma and Norman, and the following year, remember Baker Mayfield planting the Oklahoma flag after they upset Ohio State in 2017, and that propelled them into a playoff berth. So there's no reason why a win like that on either side couldn't do the same.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quick completion to the tight end. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. And the Horned Frogs pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Horned Frogs starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Running back grabs it on a screen. Finding space at the 20. They make the stop, but not before he gains the first down. The screenplay works.
Man, I don't think the defense had any clue that the screen was being called. They're getting upfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, and that ball gets dumped. There's no one left to be able to slow him down from getting a big gain.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. He's at the 50. At the 30. Inside the 20. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Wolverines. And a pick 6. A monster play by this defense here, Kurt.
That defender showed a lot of athletic ability there with the ball in his hands. I wouldn't be surprised if the head coach watching that thought about maybe giving him some reps as a returner after that touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. TCU offense is back out on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He's escaping the pocket now. Breaking free at the 35. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Here comes a first down pass attempt. On the run, he'll let it go. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's moving out of the pocket now, using his legs here. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the ball is picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. And that's a solid return after.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get them to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
And that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And is intercepted. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a 2-ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Handoff in a single back formation. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. Michigan 7, TCU 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Receiver makes the grab, and the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Physical running fights off the defender. Brought down, but not before shaking off the first defender and picking up the first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Big play in enemy territory all the way to the 41-yard line.
Well, Chris, that's a combination of really good blocking and outstanding patience by the back. He waited and used his vision and patience to allow that play to open up and then accelerated through the hole to give him that huge gain.
A quick throw out left, complete. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Defense is coming after him. He'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense moving to a bunch formation. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, TCU.
So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. This is a daunting attempt from 54 yards out. Let's see if he's got the leg. And that is no good. There's a penalty marker down. We might see another attempt. So 1st and 10, that's a costly mistake for the defense on fourth down. They're going to run it. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. The Horned Frogs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the point after attempt. And it's good.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 7.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
Set to advance on the football.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Incomplete. Second down coming up. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
A tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
And it's taken right around the 35. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
The game makes it second and medium. And he's got it again. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fit, holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. It's a screen pass complete to the running back.
Well, these screen passes are all about timing. I really felt the offense looked like they tipped their hand. The defense started to kind of drift that way towards the screen, and by the time the running back catches the ball, there's just nowhere to go.
That's the 2-minute warning now here in the first half. And the Horned Frogs will send the punt team onto the field. And the punt will bounce out of bounds. Great execution that time. The offense at a tough spot to start the drive. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Play action here on first down. The pass rush closing in. And the ball is knocked loose. This one ends up a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
Kickoff team out there to boot it away after giving up the safety. We'll see if he can make a play on this return.
The return is tackled down at the 31, and the TCU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Play action fake, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
They'll try the right side on the toss. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2. And the Horned Frogs come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Now they're running on the toss. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Or it's snapped to the back. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or attack.
He'll take a deep shot. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, this quarterback has a lot of confidence in his arm. He tried to thread the needle into double coverage. Lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Wow, great job by the defense coming up with the interception. If you look at it from an offensive perspective, it's third and long. Why not take a chance downfield? You might get a pass interference call. Maybe you come up with a completion. In this case, it is intercepted, but at least it's downfield, almost like a punt there on third and long.
The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Never underestimate a defensive lineman's ability to play the passing lanes. Smart defensive linemen, keep an eye on the quarterback, and if they see the ball coming out, they're able to get those big, long arms up and try to get a piece of it.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard. Coverage team. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. Well, they go to their blitz package there. That time the linebacker gets home.
I love the zone blitz here by this defensive coordinator because I think it created confusion and hesitation by the quarterback. The blitz is coming. A lot of times you see man coverage behind that, but instead they drop in the zone. The quarterback didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. He held on to it, and it gave the linebacker enough time to come up with a sack.
Throws to the tight end. He's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
A new set of downs after that completion. Receiver in motion now. First down. Looking to throw the football. And he throws his third interception of the day. He goes down, but snags the ball and gives this defense a takeaway.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
And the TCU offense takes the field. Which offense can get it going first? This one has been a struggle so far. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Here comes a handoff. Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Christian.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Now the all-important extra point. Extra point puts him up 9 now. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. He's going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
He's going to take another shot right here. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
The linebacker shifting around now. And now another deep ball here. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Brought down to the 18, and suddenly this offense is in the red zone.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert, come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Bringing pressure. Caught in the flat by the running back. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Back to throw again. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Grab down the middle. It's Daly. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop. The offense pinned back. Nowhere to run up the middle.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
He'll hand it off. That run moves the ball to the 16.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. Trying to create here on the move. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. It's a nice gain. It'll move the football up to the 27.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Hand off to the back. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, TCU 16, Michigan 7.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
This drive has already chewed more than 3 minutes off the clock. They'll come up on second down now. Quarterback escapes the pocket. They're going to scramble now. And the Horned Frogs looking to use the up-tempo offense here. In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on third and short. Unable to come up with a first down. Now here at fourth down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
The offense couldn't convert on fourth down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. offense cannot get off the field. The long drive continues. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And they've got him. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And it's good right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Kick crosses the goal line before bouncing over the sideline. It'll be a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Big gain across midfield down near the 30-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Now the offense is taking advantage of the defense kind of sitting back with this lead. That's back-to-back plays of big yards. You know, it's a bend but don't break mentality from this defense. But they might want to reevaluate because this offense is moving the ball too quickly down the field.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
On the double.
2nd down and goal upcoming. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down there.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Remember, a field goal here doesn't do much. So on 4th and goal, they're going for the touchdown. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves a little bit of time, and now you're thinking onside kick. If they can recover it, you never know.
And now they'll set up for the point after. Tcu up and good. We get a little bit closer. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. TCU offense is back out on the field. And they play keep away here. Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. Finding space at the 20.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
1st and goal. The late touchdown here would just about secure the victory. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And the freshman brings him down quickly. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. And a timeout is taken, just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. And now a carry here for the fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coach team, who's going to execute better, and just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.